Hi, I'm Tom McCarthy, author of Fireproof Presentations and the brand new Amazon bestseller, Win the Presentation Game. I'm looking forward to working with you on May 18th and helping you become even more powerful and impactful when it comes to presenting over video. Have you ever given a presentation over video that didn't go exactly the way you wanted it to? Maybe you didn't have the impact that you normally have, or you weren't able to draw the audience in and get them engaged in the way that you normally do. If that's ever happened for you, first of all, it's not your fault. Most people have never been taught the intricacies and the nuances of presenting over video. So it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're on and sometimes they're not. I want your presentations over video to always be on. And so on May 18th, I'm going to share with you 3 things you can do to have a high level of consistency when it comes to delivering outstanding presentations over video. First of all, we're going to talk about the importance and power of having an outcome, of having a specific result that you've got in your head and that you communicate to your customer that you want to get. And that result is going to be something that inspires the customer and draws them in from the very beginning. If you don't have a powerful outcome, you'll never give a powerful presentation. The second thing we're going to focus in on is your mental state. You know, I tell people all the time, you've got to feel like a winner. You've got to know that you're going to create success. You've got to know that you're going to draw them in. You've got to know that your presentation is gone extremely well before you even give it. If you look behind me, you'll see a basketball and a soccer ball, and those come from some teams that I've worked with. In addition to sharing practices of how to become an outstanding presenter, I've done a lot in the field of sports psychology. As a matter of fact, my children are athletes in college. My daughter was a national champion soccer player, All-American at UCLA, and my son is currently an NCAA Division I basketball player. The Final Four is coming up this weekend. I don't know if you'll be watching or not, but my son's team didn't make it to the Final Four. They did end up losing very close games, though, to Oklahoma, who's in the Final Four, and also Kansas, who was in the Elite Eight. But what I do with athletes is I show them a very specific way to mentally prepare themselves to perform under pressure. Guess what a presentation is? A lot of pressure, right? You've got to perform under pressure. And if you don't have the right mental state, if you haven't built that up before you get in front of the camera or sit in front of your audience, then again, it's going to be hit or miss. You may be on, right? Hopefully you are, but you might be a little bit off. And when you're a little bit off, you can miss opportunities and not get the rhythm or the flow that you need. Plus, how you feel gets transmitted to the people you're talking to. And so if they're not feeling the emotions that they want, like confidence and enthusiasm and passion from you, then they're not going to be that inspired and they're not going to have confidence in what you're saying either. So we're going to show you exactly how to create a routine that makes you feel like a winner, like a world champion every time you get in front of that video and you start communicating to people. And then the third thing we're going to focus on is your charisma. Now, what is charisma? Charisma is presence, the amount of presence you have, plus the amount of power you're projecting. And then the third thing is the warmth that's coming across. And you need all 3 to be charismatic. Unfortunately, over video, most people lose a lot of their charisma. We're going to show you 5 techniques that will allow you to maximize your charisma so you can energize people on the other end of your video so that they'll be engaged and they'll participate and they'll give you back energy too, which is a nice thing when you're presenting over video, because sometimes if you don't know how to do that, it feels like, you're putting some energy out and nothing's coming back. We're going to show you how to have a level of charisma that people will absolutely respond to over video. So again, I can't wait to see you. Please come to my session and spend some time with me and let me help you become the great superstar presenter or video that you can be. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on May 18th.